right at the very beginning, and we're not even going to have an introduction. We're not going to have any notes. All we have is a title, and even that is not relevant.
Nice.
Have you?
What's the title?
Back from outer space.
Oh, you went to space?
You went to space, you a-hole.
Oh, when did I do that?
I don't know, man. You were gone forever. I just assumed you were kidnapped by aliens, taken away, and then mysteriously brought back to Kansas, of all the places, without telling anybody, or no, just not telling me.
Uh, no. So the only people that knew I was coming back was my sister, who I moved in with, uh, my brother-in-law, my mom because they told her, uh,
Surprise, Mom. Travis is back.
my my boss in South Dakota, and a very few number of friends, and then literally nobody else.
Thanks. I feel special.
Well, I didn't even. The only people at work that I told were this one chick. She quit, and on her last day, like her last day, she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm quitting," and I'm like, "Oh well, I'll probably never see you again because I'm moving to Kansas on Saturday." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, don't tell anyone because I don't want to answer a bunch of questions." And then obviously I told my boss because I'm a responsible person.
Right.
Um, and I asked him not to tell anybody, so he didn't. And then I told the only two people at work that I would like consider to be more than work friends, just because,
Lovers.
well, they are. I mean, they have a baby on the way, so
Oh, my.
yeah. But the only reason I told Bilal was because I was living in his neck of the woods, and he's the only person who's in Manhattan whose number I have.
Well, anyway, all I know is I'm sitting there playing cards. Haven't heard from you in a really long time. I assumed you were busy doing stuff. Like we talked, like we messaged a little bit, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm really busy with some things." I'm like, "Okay, no problem. Just hit me up when you're free." And then I'm sitting there drafting with Palau. He's like, "Yeah, Travis and I almost came down, but Travis had to work later than we thought, so he didn't come down." And I'm like, "Okay." And then everybody around me was like, "Oh, so you must know that Travis is back." And I'm like, "What are you guys talking about?" Like, I just assumed he was referencing some person that I really didn't know. Like, he's like, "Yeah, Travis." I'm like, "Yeah, man, sweet. I hope he comes real soon." Like complete platitudes
Yeah.
because I didn't even care. I had no idea that they were talking about you. And someone's finally like, Rose, right? I'm like, "Yeah, I know Travis Rose. Like he's up there playing with dead presidents in S." They're like, "No, he's back in Manhattan." I'm just like, so I sent you that picture of Blau, and your response back to me was, "It wasn't a secret. It was on Instagram." I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't pay. I don't have an Instagram. I'm too old for Instagram. See the sweat on my beard? Too old.
Well, see, I use Instagram to look at um cars, tattoos, and whatever my friends post, I guess.
That's what I use Twitter for.
Yeah,
Like,
I got bored of that and deleted the other one too.
oh, good, good. So anyway, welcome to Two Trolls in a Brew, episode 138, Back from Outer Space. Subtitle this week is Travis is back. Other than that, we have nothing. So
So, is South Dakota considered outer space?
it is now.
All right.
It is now. If you've gone to South Dakota and came back, you're either an alien or a space traveler. You pick.
Is it because it's like a barren wasteland and part of Starship Troopers was filmed there?
Sure, let's go with that.
Because it was.
I I'm down. I'm totally down.
Do you remember that movie?
I love Starship Troopers. The
You
only
know,
problem about Starship Troopers, there's one flaw in Starship Troopers. You know what that flaw is?
nothing.
You watch Starship Troopers, you want to play StarCraft. And then if you play StarCraft, you want to watch Starship Troopers. and it's a vicious cycle that you cannot break.
Oh,
And then you end up dying in your chair, jacking it to little bugs, playing start, and not have gone to the bathroom in like 4 days or something.
okay. Um,
Other than that, perfect movie.
but no, Planet Clendathu.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was filmed in the Badlands.
Badlands of South Dakota.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Well, completely relevant and completely unnecessary information. But thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You know, I actually quote that movie all the time. Specifically, everybody fights, nobody quits, or I'll kill you myself.
Mm-hmm.
I use that all the time when people are like, especially like, so people know that I stream as a would be job. I say would be because I don't make enough money yet, but I would be making money if it trickled in a little harder. But a lot of times I do pugs in situations like that, and people like, oh no, we can't do this fight or whatever. And it's like, everybody fights, nobody quits, or I'll kill you myself. And somehow we either win or we die. It all depends on whether or not people take that advice. Important life lesson, that movie. But so let's talk about Magic. It's been a cool second. Some stuff has happened. We've had some Pro Tour, which I didn't watch at all because it didn't
Nope.
matter to me in one bit. I have no idea why. I think Standard is great, but I just every time I looked at the Twitter coverage or whatever, I was just like, yeah, maybe I'll watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Never did. Then we had a couple of big GPs, and I didn't watch any coverage. I haven't looked at any deck lists. I haven't done anything. I think that's part of the reason why I've not been like on the bit to get you back on the show.
Yeah.
One, I thought you were busy dealing with some emotional family S or something.
Uh-uh.
And two, yeah, it turns out you were just secretly moving next door and
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell me. But two, I don't know. There's something in the air right now. Like there's 10,000 things more important for me and what's going on. Like I haven't played Arena in a couple of weeks. I didn't draft last week. I played Standard. And the week before, I literally just held Hunter's Kid the whole day so he could play Standard. So like I don't know, man. There's something in the air. I haven't brewed anything. That's probably the big part of it. I felt like I've landed on my deck too early. And testing is been coming out really good. And then I took it to Friday Night Magic last week and just got utterly thrashed. So I shouldn't say that. I scooped to Nathan, who I think is watching, due to time because we didn't start a time round or time clock. So I just was like, you know what, man, you got it. And then I didn't shuffle very well after that game and lost to the next guy. So then I didn't care anymore. But I don't know. Tell me what's going on with you and Magic. Hopefully you've got some excitement.
Well, yes and no. Uh, so I generally work Tuesday, Fridays, and Saturdays. Simply because Friday and Saturday are the two busiest days, and then Tuesday is just, whatever. But Tuesday is standard, Friday is draft, and Saturday is modern. And the only time I've been able to play was that first week that I was here because I got a job within 3 days of being here.
But you can't find jobs right now. It's so hard to find a job. Anyway,
Yeah.
You're playing
So,
at Goblins, right?
yeah.
Great shop.
Yeah.
Love them.
I play on Sundays because I found out that's when Legacy happens.
I say they have a Sunday Legacy.
Mm-hmm. So,
Have you gone down there and like crushed their little worlds yet with your stupid dinosaur reanimator thing?
uh, one of the dudes, like one of the games that we were playing, he was playing the Painter Servant deck,
Hmm?
and that thing just destroyed my deck. Like, I think we played 6 games and I lost to it 5 times. But that one time was because I was able to unmask him, take his like one counter spell, and then play Dark Ritual and Tomb Exhume, hit him for 7 with Gishath, and then I got like Zatalpa and a Carnage Tyrant, and he's like, "Cool. I guess that's what happens when you get to resolve something."
I
I
was
was
gonna
like,
say, isn't that like a pretty late game deck for Legacy? Isn't it like a 3 or 4 turn combo or something?
"Yeah, yeah, it's a late game uh it's a late game deck, but it's so controlling and like every time he was playing I was like I didn't feel like I was playing against typical like modern or standard control deck because it's just like it was and even most legacy decks like the Miracles deck or just Grixis control, it's just so grindy about it. And then this one it's you can't do that. That's not threatening, so it's okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, I win. And you're just kind of like, all right, it's not a oppressive control deck, but it just kind of sucks that it wins out of nowhere.
Yeah,
But it is a minimum 2 card combo.
yeah. Well, and I remember I was really excited. Was like a year ago or something. I figured out that most of the big pieces for that deck would be in Modern,
Yeah,
or at least enough of it that you could build a variation of it. But
yeah.
I never did anything with it.
Hmm.
But Legacy seems like the right place to go. Like you're pitching Force of Wills, you're doing like 2 mana good great counters. Um, you're bouncing Moxes to like get the extra mana going. Like it seems very strong
Hmm.
in Legacy, and it. I agree. It would like I can't think of the exact card list, but it's got to run something like 12 counters, and you're
Well,
very reliant on like 6 spells to resolve.
yeah. Do you count Chalice of the Voids as counters?
No, but you could, right?
Yeah,
Like
because
they
if you
are,
count,
but they're kind of like preemptive. Like you got to play the guessing game on what deck they're on.
yeah, like if you play Chalice of the Void, then it's probably 10 counter spells. It's just 4 of them might stick around.
Right. Counters
And
that
then,
stay.
well, especially if you play like some of them bring Trinisphere in from the side. That's the one that makes everything cost 3.
Well, at
Like,
least 3.
yeah, if it costs like less than 3, then it costs 3. Then you can put Chalice on there for 3. And you're just like, well, hope everything you cast costs more than 3, because otherwise you're not doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like so that the Sunday that I showed up, like there was only 4 of us that showed up, so we were just screwing around and everything. And then after he just thoroughly beat me every game except for one, he's like, "Well, I only have one other deck. Do you want to try it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So like turn 1, he plays Goblin Lackey. I was like, "Cute," and he's like, "What?" I was like, "I'm gonna go ahead and win now." I put Gishat down on turn 1, attacked, and then I got 3 dudes out of it. And I'm like, pass turn? He goes, mm-mm, nope, nope.
Yeah, I'm again. I think if you can get your deck to fire through whatever control that they have, I think your deck is very strong.
Hmm.
Like it's a weird combo that kind of just goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how you battle that control magic stuff without having to dip into your own control magic, and then that just dilutes the power of your deck.
Well, I mean, it does, but it, like, so if I know that they're bringing in Graveyard Hate, then I just change my deck completely because my sideboard has 4 lands and 4 pack rats.
Right. We talked about that. I don't think I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the counter stuff.
Oh, well, with the counter stuff, I just play. So, main board, I have 3 Unmask, 4 Collective Brutality, and 4 Thoughtseize.
To try to counter with hand trash.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I think I have 2 Hymn to Torox.
Oh, hymns are good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Force of Wills?
I don't have Force of Wills. If I did have Force of Wills, I would be playing the blue-black version.
Okay.
So that way I can play back to basics also.
All I know is I'm getting ready to start selling my stuff off. The wife decided she's ready, so
Okay.
my things are going up for sale, and I would like my basically completely never played, shuffled one time Force of Wills to go to somebody that loves them. So if you're interested, let me know. If you're somebody out there who loves like amazingly great shape stuff, let me know. I've got some things that are super high quality that'll probably get listed on the Arena page pretty soon. The Arena eBay page, stuff like that. So let me know what you're interested in.
So I might be in town on Sunday.
Okay.
So
I
if
have
you'd
no
like,
idea
I
what's
can.
exactly going on, but we could see about getting together and having a chat.
Yeah.
Maybe do an impromptu little show. I'd like to do more shows, maybe even shorten the time, but we just gotta kind of see. But now that you're here, theoretically, if you come this way like once a month or something, we could even just like record together someplace.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. So let's see. Nathan has sent us a deck list, Travis. I have no idea what's in it. I've never looked at it before. I'm going to get ready to share it on the screen for the first time. How are you looking at the screen right now? Are you okay?
Yep.
Sweet. So, Blue-Black Artifacts by Nathan. 4 Thief of Sanities, Planeswalkers, 4 Karns, 2 Tezzeret, Artifice Master, Spells, 2 Syncopates, 2 Disdainful Strokes, 3 Moment of Craving, 2 Negates, 2 Thought Erasure, 4 Sinister Sabotage, 3 Vraska's Contempts, 1 Spell Swindle, 2 Discovery Dispersal,
Mm-hmm.
4 Treasure Map, 1 Phyrexian Scriptures, and then some lands that look pretty good. I actually, off the cuff, I kind of like where this deck is going. It needs more. What's the pirate that steals stuff?
Hostage Taker.
Needs more Hostage Taker. That's my gut instinct right off the top. Less Thought Erasure, more Hostage Taker. What do you think? Just shooting from the cuff.
I would honestly, I'd take out Spell Swindle for Hostage Taker.
See, that's the card that I think I like the best reading through there is the 1 Spell Swindle. It's so good. It's like I counter your thing for free, but not only do I counter it for free, half the time it also means I have a second counter or a third counter the next turn. Like I really like it.
What's the scriptures do?
It's a Wrath enchantment. You get a 1/1 counter on one dude. It becomes an artifact. Destroy all non-artifact creatures, and then exile all cards from opponent's graveyard. Like it's a fine card. It's a powerful effect.
I guess it works pretty well with Karn and Tezzeret.
Karn, Tezzeret, Thief of Sanity. Like having one non-artifact dude. Like it's a solid card, I think, in this list.
Yeah, I guess now that you think about it, Thief or Thought Erasure would be better in the side.
He's got 1 in the side. He's got 2 Murmuring Mystics in the side as well. I like
what's
that.
Murmuring Mystic do?
That's that 1/5 for 4.
Oh,
that
yeah.
whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get a 1/1 bird. Lets you go wide out of the board when they like, haha, I only got to worry about Thief of Sanity, and you're just like, I brought an army in a can. So,
what's the point of Doom Whisper in the side then?
probably the same thing. You probably are sideboarding in, like for the Angels matchup, you're bringing in another big, fat, low casting cost flyer / army in a can. Like you're probably bringing in both of these Mermaid Mystics and Doom Whisperer against that. You're probably bringing in Nelha or Nizahal or however you say it against Control. Duress against Control, Disdainful Stroke, and Negates against Control. Ritualist Suit must be for aggro, although I kind of would rather just have the neg 2 over Ritualist Suits.
What's the neg 2?
It's 3 mana, and if you're King of the City, your creatures don't get neg 2.
Oh, right.
I can't think of what it's called right now.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, a lot of people did. But I think that one's really good. Joe has a version of this deck that runs that really bad enchantment that I think is great.
The middle one?
Yeah. No. He might run that one too, actually. The Disinformation Campaign. Like, this might be a deck where 1 or 2 Disinformation campaigns are good.
Okay, why don't you like that beautiful card?
I just said I like it, but I said it's really bad.
Oh, why is it really bad?
It's too slow for what it does, I think.
You get to draw, they get to discard, and it's recursive.
Which is why I like it. The problem is it costs 3 mana and doesn't affect the board. It's a hand trash card that costs 3. And it takes forever for it to be effective.
All right.
Okay. Like, am I over hating on it?
No. Now that you explain it, I can understand it. But like,
if it costs 2, it would be the greatest card ever played. Like, it needs to cost 2 and do 1 point of damage to you.
Or just cost 2 and be a mythic.
Yeah, something stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at 3 mana, it's overcosted. At 2 mana, it would be way undercosted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there needs to be some other cost involved to make it like, and it can't be like sacrifice a creature because that's too good. It has to be something like lose a life.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Let's see other cards in this deck that just from again shooting from the hip that feel like the wrong number is the Discovery Dispersal. I feel like Discovery Dispersal is an amazing card and should probably be at least a 3, if not a 4 of. I don't know what you cut though, because Vraska's Contempt and Sinister Sabotage after the Thought Erasures are the next weakest cards. And I think those 2 Thought Erasures become what were they? The something thief?
Hostage Taker.
Hostage Taker, thank you. So I'm not sure where you put it. But I think Discovery is very, very good. I was not super high on this card outside of draft. But I didn't think it was good enough in constructed. But I had a guy wreck me so bad. Now, granted, I also drew like 7 or 8 land in a row because Nathan and I had just finished and I didn't shuffle enough. But he was able to use Discovery to like draw into stuff. And then when I finally was able to start to turn the corner, he was able to dispersal my one thing and then get it gone. So Nathan says, no, Lava Coil makes takers so bad. It's a fair argument. But I think because you cast it so late, the idea is you play it and you recast whatever you steal right away. Or you keep the counter spell up so you can protect it for the turn you need to. Like, I think the number is 2. Or maybe even just 1. I'm not sure. It could just be a 1 of in the main. Like I said, there's something about the Thought Erasures and the Thought Erasures feel wrong and Discovery feels wrong. Other than that, I'd have to just play the deck and see.
Yeah, I really love the Thief of Sanity though.
It's a solid card. Like the Tezzeret or the Gaunty-esque effect is very strong, and recursive Gaunty-esque effect is the real deal. It becomes a must lightning bolt very quickly. You know what else kind of feels wrong about this deck? I don't know if there's any in the sideboard. No, I didn't see any. No Eldest Ones Reborn. For a, you don't remember what that card is? That's
4 and a black.
okay. You just made a face, and I was just trying to
Yeah.
figure out what it was.
I was trying to remember if I knew exactly what it was, but yeah, 4 and a black. Level 1, target player sacrifices a creature, planeswalker. Level 2, they discard a card. Level 3, reanimate.
Right, and potentially reanimate a planeswalker. Like that feels like one of those in the 75 seems like you want something like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe instead of this other Tezzeret in the board. I don't know. I'm not sure where you bring it in though either. Again, Angel seems really rough. Aggro seems like it could be bad unless you get an early Karn down. Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of aggro, I have slapped together. Like I've been playing that 5-color-ish deck that we talked about, I think, last show, which again was a million years ago. So I apologize if you guys are looking for a deck list. SamusGrobo.com. But I was having so much success with it. I was helping one guy playtest pretty much exclusively, and I figured out that he was trying to tune his deck to beat my control deck. Right?
Okay.
So I went, okay, that's not helpful for your playtesting, but okay, understandable. So I threw together, without much real forethought, all the best red aggro cards I had, and 22 lands.
Yep.
And I feel like it was too many lands. So I've cut 3 lands and something else and added 4 more 1-drops. And is a good time to be an aggro player. Is a very good time to be an aggro player.
Do you remember Boss Sly?
I do remember Boss Sly.
I think that was the last great time to be an aggro.
Well, do you not remember like 2 standards ago? Like,
oh yeah, I quit playing.
It was everywhere.
I quit playing standard during
the Red Scourge.
Well, no, it was once I got tired of Kaladesh, I just stopped playing standard because it was like this whole set is underpowered to the point where these 8 good cards are phenomenal. And that's, to me, if those 8 good cards weren't in there, then all of Kaladesh would have been bad.
I'm thinking there's a bunch of really good cards in Kaladesh, but I'm trying to think if I could name 8 specific ones and then go on.
Just go with the ban list.
Go with the ban list. Okay. No, I mean,
they had to ban commons.
I mean, Wizards, I think I like that they're doing a lot of aggressive banning, even in standard, but then I dislike that they don't give their new sets a chance to counteract the bannings. Or
no,
they're going to ban.
They only did aggressive bannings on
like 3 sets in a row because they made such powerful cards because they broke standard. They had to try to fix it.
They didn't even let the Ferocidon have a chance.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They killed him for crimes he didn't commit.
Well, I imagine there's a lot of people that's happened to over the years.
Well, yeah, but none of them were dinosaurs.
That's probably fair. I don't know. I didn't watch the Dinosaurs TV show. I don't know if they ever got serious about stuff like that. So,
if I can't play him in Standard, I'll play the shiny version in Legacy.
Well, I'm glad you found a home for him. Unfortunately for you, I have fallen once again in love with the Rabble Master. Rabble Master 2.0 has once again taken over my heart. And I had successfully acquired 3 of 4 foil pre-release stamped.
Ooh.
And then Nathan, yes, young Nathan, who just sent us this sweet deck list, gave me a fourth one the other day. Pretty much out of the blue. He just sends me a message. He's like, hey, you need a fourth one of these, right? I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes,
And
yes.
he goes, I just ordered you one because I needed to get to X number of dollars for free shipping. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you, my
Well,
friend.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that.
So
What if I
now
spend an extra $2 and I don't have to pay for shipping?
I don't have to pay $7 for shipping. Deal. So that was very sweet. But now, and I'm having so much fun with this mono red deck, I'm just like, how hard can it really be to pre-release foil out this deck, or at least foil out this deck?
Foil it.
Oh my goodness, I might. The problem is I like certain lightning strikes and certain shocks, so I'd have to find those specific ones foiled, and then I have to spend real money, and that's the exact opposite I want to do. I want to turn cards into real money, not turn real money into cards. So I'm just going to keep an eye out, I think, for
Well, all right.
or message
If we can
message
if we
Joey.
can make if we can make a deal on these force of wills, you might just be able to turn real cards into different real cards.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but I also there's a landmark apparently birthday coming up at the end of next month for my lady friend, my wife.
Oh,
And apparently I'm supposed to make a big deal about it. So my hope is to be like, here's a fistful of money. Let's go buy our trailer. Let's go buy our bus. Put your hands back up again, Travis. I can't tell how many fingers you have, but it's a big one. We can talk about it off of. No, not that many. Yeah, that many. Good job. Yeah, you got it. Figured it out. We're not that old.
well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if it's a big one, that's why I was confused. I'm like, no, that's not right because I know you're I know you're older than me, but I know you're not that much older than me.
Well, let's put it this way. Remington turned 19 and is off in college this year.
Yeah. And I
So
remember when he couldn't say Jeremy, so
I don't think he can still. I don't think he can say Jeremy.
Jeremy,
He still says Uncle Journey.
Jeremy.
Uncle Journey. So, but yeah, it's weird. You know, I've been looking at my collection the last couple of days and trying to figure out what I can start moving easily and prioritizing things: dual lands, shock lands, Force of Wills, good solid legacy cards, stuff like that. And of course, this new, I don't know what it's called. Is it like Mega Masters or
Ultimate Masters.
Ultimate Masters? Might as well be Mega Masters. What do I?
They should call it Final Masters since this is
But
the final Master
it's not
set.
going to be the final one. They're just going to, every time they need some money, they're going to reach out there and milk it some more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they just keep kicking me in the collection balls. You know what I mean? It's just like, wham! So I'm thinking there's a lot of things I need to start cashing out. A lot of things that are going to become good because they become available thanks to this set, and then I can start selling those, and then save the things that are reprinted and are about to take a nosedive, and then sell those when people are playing those other decks now. At least I'm hoping it'll work out. But yeah, my plan is in the next 6 months to a year to be down to a handful of decks and whatever I draft from standard.
Yeah, currently I have
Kind of pull a Travis.
my one modern deck and two legacy decks.
Wow.
Oh, and my commander, but
How are you going to crush some noobs at the upcoming PPTQs, my friend?
wait for him to be modern.
Yeah, no. You gotta come down. You have to come down for at least the PPTQs. They're the last couple, right? You gotta come
Yeah,
down for the,
they're the last few because I think this is the last season they're doing PPTQs.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like these are the last ones. So December 8th is the Goblin Games one, and
Okay.
December 9th is the one for the arena.
Okay.
So I'm planning on crushing probably the December 9th one at the arena. I was looking at going to Hayes, I think, next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I haven't been out there in a really long time, and I would like to help them hit their 50-person tournament. One of these times, the only time they hit it was before that was another time that I took a bunch of Salina people up there for a store versus store, I think. So
Yep, I remember that.
I'd really like to get them their 50 for at least the next year, because I hate to travel so bad. But it'd be nice to go up there and do that. And usually they have like an amazing little tournament up there, and I think it's next weekend. But I also would really like to lock down at least one arena win. So at least somebody from the local shop taking down the local PPTQ. And I think it also, the weekends moved a little bit, and Wizards put a RPTQ that weekend. So I think a lot of the people will already have their qualification. Will have to go to from last season. We'll end up having to travel. So I think it'll be a good weekend for people who don't already have a bunch of RPTQ or PPTQ wins to come up and kind of grab some victories. So again, December 8th and 9th at the Arena and Goblin Games. And I think we're both starting at 11 a.m. And I think it's both $25. So if you're close to Salina and or Manhattan, it'd be a good time to show up. I will try to go to both. I'm not 100% sure I will. Travis, do you have a good idea if you'll be free either one of those days? You said you're off Sundays.
Yeah, I can request them off.
Okay. So you might be able to hang out with Travis and I and, do some stuff. Have some brews. We might have a drink. We can't have a drink. Travis can't drink. But Travis can drink a soda pop.
I can drink a soda pop?
You can have a soda
Thanks.
pop. Oh, man.
Hope you give me 5 cents for that.
Oh, man. Unfortunately, I think that's about all the time we have today. It's going to have to be a short one. I have a stream in less than an hour scheduled, and I would like to take some time to not talk before I have to go talk for like 6 hours. So do you have any like last stories or anything you want to kind of throw at us, Travis, about the move or Magic or anything in general?
I don't think anything else really happened.
Okay. Sounds good to me, buddy.
I did draft once when I was here, and I opened Charnel Troll pack 1. And when you get that guy, just build around it.
Yeah, it's a sweet one.
It's so busted.
I mean, you can't really go bad with self-growing 4/4s for 3.
Right. Like, I was thinking about trying to put it in my modern deck, because my modern deck is Living End.
I wouldn't be that bad, actually. Like, there's plenty of fodder for you to throw away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you empty your graveyard for the troll and you don't win for whatever reason, then your graveyard's gone.
Yeah. That's why I was like, maybe. I don't know. I can try it.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like the idea of both of the trolls, the Lilith troll and that troll.
Oh, yeah.
Like, both of them together seem like they'd be really solid. And you have things like Ooze and Bobs and
Thrun.
Oh, I guess Thrun would be really good in that deck too. I guess you can make it
Troll Tribal.
Now you're drinking. Put a list together.
Let's do it. Troll Tribal.
Oh my gosh. Ironically, I think I have a lot of that stuff sitting behind me in this pile over here. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to call that a show. Thanks very much for hanging out. As always, you can check out samusgrobel.com for this episode and all past episodes of the podcast. You can check out twitch.tv/SamusGarobo or twitter.com/SamusGarobo or youtube.com/SamusGarobo. Or you can send us an email to trollsbrew@gmail.com, or I guess you can follow Travis's Instagram.
Yeah, which I don't post to it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you literally have no way for anyone to interact with you at all. You are the worst co-host of all time.
They can slide into my DMs.
They can slide into your DMs. If you'd like to slide into Travis's DMs, what is your Instagram so they can DM you?
I think it's just my name.
Is it just your name, Travis Rose?
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
The worst co-host of all time.
Really good at this podcast stuff.
Like, hey,
been doing this for 2 years. How do you get a hold of people? What? You know, the
how can you interact with fans? Interact? Like, okay, I'll make a Twitter. I spend too much time on Twitter. I'll delete it. I'll make a new Twitter that's only for Magic. I delete it. Travis, I need you to interact with people in some way, shape, or form, buddy. They can slide into my DMs on Instagram.
That's my least favorite form of people, is talking to them.
You're doing it via text. It's not even hard. You know what you should do, Travis?
No.
You should get, I think it's called Marco Polo. And you send little video voice messages to people, and then you can give out your Marco Polo thing. And then you can just tell people to shut up and go away.
Marco Polo, you found me, go away. What? Leave.
Like these little 14-second clips of Travis just like, yeah, I don't know who you are. I'm blocking you now. Oh. Troll on?
Troll on.
Troll on, everybody.